Mm.
Hey everyone, this is a presentation focused on the insights me and my group gained from the data from Coca-Cola we researched on. My group members are Haran, Yuhan, Zihan, Zeyuan, and myself, Yamin. This is our category of the presentation. Now I'm going to introduce the company and some information about the competitor of Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola was founded in 1886 and headquartered in Georgia, USA. It is the world's largest beverage company with a 48 market share. Coca-Cola brand owns some famous brands such as Evian, Nespresso, Georgia Coffee, and a few others. Coca-Cola Company is global market leader and pioneer in sales of soft drinks. For a long period, Coca-Cola has pursued so-called 3A strategy, which is affordability, availability, and accessibility. Their competitor is Pepsi. In the 1990s, carbonated beverage represented by Coke were a global phenomenon. Since its development, carbonated beverages have gone through hundreds of years and have undergone many changes. But what has remained the same is red and blue battle between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. These two cola represent almost the entry cola world and dominate the top of the carbonated drink list. So who is the CC of carbonated beverage in this 100-year tug of the war? Coca-Cola was the world's first cola category. Pepsi, on the other hand, was founded more than a decade after cola registering its trademark in 1903. Zheyuan is going to talk more about revenue comparison, net profit comparison, and market share comparison about the red and blue battle.
PepsiCo is stepping ahead of the Coca-Cola in terms of operating revenue. Specifically from the fiscal year 2015 to 2019, PepsiCo's revenue was consistently above $60 billion, reaching the $67.17 billion in 2019, an increase of the 3.9% year-on-year. Coca-Cola, on the other hand, achieved operating revenue of the $37.27 billion in the same period, up to 9% on year-on-year. In recent years, the traditional cardboard beverage market, which is dominated by Coke, has experienced a cold spell, and both parties have experienced significant in their operating revenue. In the first three quarters of the fiscal 2020, Coca-Cola revenue was $24.4 billion, down 13.46 points year-on-year. Also, the Coca-Cola said that the impact of the pack of the global invariable is in performance in the third quarter of 2020 was rebounding positively, and the world was slowly entering the recovery curve. PepsiCo achieved revenue of the $47.92 billion, up to 3% year-on-year. In terms of net profit, Coca-Cola performed brilliantly. From the first fiscal year 2014 to 2019, Coca-Cola's net profit was higher than PepsiCo overall. And in 2019, Coca-Cola net profit was $8,920 million, up to 39 year-on-year. PepsiCo net profit was $70,340 million, a decline of 42% year-on-year, which with another decline in the region comprising four countries and regions: Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and China. Also, Coca-Cola and Pepsi has been at war for more than 100 years. Coca-Cola continues to hold lead position in the cardboard beverage market. In terms of global competition landscape, Coca-Cola leads with a market share of nearly 50% compared to PepsiCo's 80.3%, being Coca-Cola's position as market leader for most career. Coca-Cola's continued position as lead in the carbonated beverage market industry is a result in its positioning, product, and marketing expansion. Next, Howard will talk about our research question.
In the preceding section, we have described the current situation of Coca-Cola in terms of the company financial results and industry data. But next, we will analyze the status of Coca-Cola in the midst of consumers through the questionnaire survey, which will cover the following aspects. The first one, what are the reasons why consumers choose soft drink over other sodas? The second one, why do consumers choose Coca-Cola? Last one, what are the reaction of consumers to the new Coca-Cola flavors? Methodology, research methodology and data collection. Two main sources of data were used for this paper, namely company financial reports and questionnaire. The questionnaire consisted of 16 questions on the basic background of the respondents, their preference for soft drinks, and their preference for different flavors of Coca-Cola. A total of 110 questionnaires were returned, of which 108 were valid. Data analysis. The data analysis software used in this paper was mainly SPWise. The author focused on the data from the questionnaire collected by means of frequency analysis, data graph, and multiple responses in descriptive statistics to respond. The research question raised in this paper from the perspective of reason for choosing soft drinks, reason for choosing Coca-Cola, and prefer for new flavors. Now, Yuhan will talk discussion.
The fifth part is discussion. The first one is about basic information statistics. The first 6 questions in this questionnaire collected basic information from 109 participants, and the statistical results are presented below. We can see from the graph, there were 108 valid responses, and the respondents were mainly aged 18 to 30 years old, accounting for approximately 70.37% of the respondents. In terms of monthly salary, the highest percentage of respondents, 38.2%, were earning $823 to $3,343 per month, while the second highest percentage of respondents, 34.58%, were earning $0 to $822 per month. From this, we can see that the monthly salary level of the respondents is lower in the monthly salary bracket classified by the author. According to the survey, 62.62% of the respondents were of international background, and nearly half of the respondents were currently living overseas, which makes this survey even more international in nature. The second one is consumers' consumption habits for soft drinks. The main subject of this paper is cola, which is a soft drink. So this paper further analyzes consumers' consumption habits of soft drinks. We can see from the graph that consumers have a high demand for soft drinks, basically even 2 to 3 days or once a week. From this, we can see that there is a large market for soft drinks, which has laid the foundation for Coca-Cola's large market share. The majority of respondents spend less than $100 on soft drinks, which is mainly due to the low unit cost of soft drinks. And Ziheng will give the conclusion.
So according to the survey, we can get a conclusion that consumers are more likely to choose to consume Coke based on price, and at the same price, the taste of Coke and its simple packaging design are important points to attract consumers. At the same time, consumers prefer the original flavor to the new Coca-Cola flavor, which hasn't catch the majority of the market and is not well accepted by the people, an area that needs more attention from Coca-Cola. However, the new zero sugar Coke developed by Coca-Cola is more widely accepted, which is mainly related to increasing pursuit of a healthy lifestyle by consumers, and it's recommended that Coca-Cola develops new flavors and products from this perspective. That's all our report.
And this is our reference. Thank you for listening.